Ken Clarke is giving evidence to the infected blood inquiry today. Lord Clarke was a Conservative health minister in the early 1980s when as many as 30,000 people with haemophilia and other bleeding disorders were given contaminated blood products. Victims were given a clotting agent which had been imported from the United States, which was made from plasma donated by prisoners and other groups at risk from blood-borne viruses. Around 3,000 people died after being given the blood products containing HIV and hepatitis here in the 1970s and 1980s. And let's just go live briefly to central London and listen in for a moment.
More broadly, would you accept that doctors were employed by the National Health Service for whom the ministers within the Department of Health were politically responsible, politically accountable?
Well, they were employed by some of them were employed by the health service. I mean, GPs have always been, they're private sector. They're independent, self-employed people, or they're in partnerships, and they're in contract with the thing. We've always been a large private sector part in the health service, like the community pharmacists. They're not employed by the health service. The hospital staff are all employed by the health service. Which means their employer is the National Health Service, which was responsibility of the ministers. But that would have been an outrage if some minister had thought that meant you suddenly told doctors that you give this treatment and you don't give that treatment for a particular condition.
Would you accept that the department and the ministers within the department had a responsibility to ensure that the treatment being provided through the National Health Service to patients was safe?
Yes, that's why we have this network of safety of medicines committees, licensing authorities. They have legal power. It's illegal for the doctors. That's the real control, to make sure you don't have some eccentric doctor who is prescribing things which are not actually clinically proven or sort of, recommended. But never does the minister personally start intervening and imposing a personal decision on what treatment a patient should involve. I mean, the great borderlines to all this. Just to give you an example of a problem which we won't get any further unless you particularly want to, but homeopathy, which is an alternative medicine regarded by the vast majority of the medical profession as crank nonsense. For historic reasons, homeopathy was provided by part of the health service. We even had a homeopathic hospital, for reasons I won't go into. It was dated back to the 1940s. I mean, so that was a fringe thing, because the overwhelming majority of medics, I mean, I'm not entering into this dispute, but the vast majority of medics would say that the treatment was useless. And indeed, I've known medics get quite excited about homeopathy, but there are specialists in homeopathic medicines who insist that they're entitled to provide it. And I say we had all, I think it's much diminished now. I think it's vanishing, but I'm out of date. They had fringes.
Well,
like
Kenneth Clarke, who is, of course, a very distinguished QC and barrister as well as a distinguished politician, making key points there about the responsibility of ministers for the actions of the NHS and doctors, suggesting that there isn't one, which is, of course, the whole nub of this inquiry, who is responsible for the dreadful oversights in the infected blood scandal.